Hey brother, good to see you. Do not cast me from your presence or take your Holy Spirit from me. That's what David's cry was in Psalm 51. You guys know how the song goes in there, created me a clean heart. And you and I, as men, as males, were actually designed to be in His presence. Being in the presence of God is similar to what water is to a fish and to a plant. You take the fish out of water or take the plant out of the soil, okay, they both wither and die. Same thing happens with us. That's why Satan doesn't want you or I to be in his presence. He'll do everything he can to keep us from being in his presence. I have a book that I've been reading for a long, long time, still do, just to be reminded, The Practice of the Presence of God by Brother Lawrence. Paper book, small, thin, not much of a read, but some pretty powerful stuff in there. I recommend you check it out. You might get something out of that. Us not being in the presence of God, that's what I believe the enemy wants us, is not to be there. That's why so many men will actually, Satan wants us to drop off our women at church and the children at church and go on and watch a game or do something that's fun and not be a part of that. As a matter of fact, he tries to encourage you not to lead devotions at home. Let your wife do it. He doesn't want you in God's presence, because if you were in His presence, mighty things take place. Hearts change. Children become more secure knowing that their dad is seeking God. And your wife actually is loving every moment of it. Brother, it's about being in His presence, giving Him praises, and glorifying Him at all times. Here's a simple way of being able to be in His presence as often as possible. One is that give thanks in all circumstances. When you're giving thanks to Him, you're actually in His presence. You're actually in a position of just saying, Lord, thank you. And He's acknowledging that by blessing you. Brother, know this, is that when you're in the presence of God, He is true light. And where there is light, there is no darkness. So you have challenges going on in your life, practice being in His presence. Have at it, brother. Man up. Be a mighty man for Jesus Christ and for your family. Love them. Pray with them. Be encouraged. Shalom.